Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about the true prophets of Islam. Who they are. Why? Because Islam claims Allah sent 124,000 prophets. However, you will only find 25 names in the Quran, far from 124,000 prophets, which is strange. Quran claims Adam is a prophet, Abraham is a prophet, Jacob is a prophet, Moses is a prophet, Jesus is a prophet. But if you take a look at their stories in Bible, most of the stories are either slightly different or sometimes very, very different. However, today I want to talk about prophets in Quran who are not mentioned in Bible. Well, obviously because they're not prophets. Anyway, Muslims believe they are prophets. Who are they? Let us take a look. Surah Al-Araf, verse 65. To the Ad people we sent Hud, one of their own brethren. He said, O my people, worship Allah. You have no other God but Him. Will you not fear Allah? The city of Ad, actually, nobody knows where it is. Some speculate it is in Yemen. Some speculate it was in Oman. Some even speculate it is actually a myth. And the name Hud here is believed to be the prophet. Anyway, wherever Ad was, it doesn't matter. It is believed, if it exists, believed to be in somewhere in Middle East, around Saudi Arabia. And now let us go to the next verse, Surah Hud, verse 61. To the Thamud people we sent Salih, one of their own brethren. He said, O my people, worship Allah. You have no other God but Him. It is He who hath produced you from the earth and settled you therein. Then ask forgiveness of Him and turn to Him, for my Lord is near, ready to answer. Thamud people were last written in the 5th century CE. They joined Roman auxiliary. They joined Roman Empire. And that was the last of them. And Salih here, according to Quran, is a prophet sent to his own people to tell them about Allah. And obviously, he was not uh, to no avail because they didn't listen to him. Many Muslims and some even Christians believe that Salih is Shelah in Bible. I beg to differ. No, they are not the same persons. Salih is not Shelah. Why? Salih is derived from Arabic word Saleh, means pious. Shelah is derived from Hebrew word. In Arabic, Shelah is, I believe, equivalent to Salah. Salah means prayer. Shelah in Hebrew means quiet prayer. If anything, Shelah in Arabic will be Salah, not Salih. Because Salih is Saleh, pious. Those two words are very different, not the same. Therefore, those two names are not the same person, two different people. Now let's go to the third one. Surah Al-Kahf, verse 60 to 82. I'm not going to read the passage actually. When you read about when you read this passage, Muslims say this is about Al-Khidr because Moses learned from Al-Khidr, which is very strange because from both Bible and Quran, when Moses refused to talk to Firaun or the Pharaoh, Allah talked to him directly and taught him what to say. I don't know why he needed a human teacher. Well, Muslims themselves do not know who exactly Al-Khidr is or was. When you read the passage from verse 60 to 82, or if you read the whole Quran, you will not find the name Al-Khidr. So actually, I don't know where they get it from, the name of Al-Khidr. I will talk about this particular passage next in my next video. We will skip it for now. We will just let it pass. Al-Khidr. That's the third prophet sent by Allah. Anyway, let's go to the next one. The next one is also from Surah Al-Kahf. Right after Al-Khidr. Verse 83 to 101. Let us take a look. I will not read the whole thing, obviously. But you can see it right away here. Verse 83. They ask thee concerning Zul-Qarnain. Say, I will rehearse to you something of his story. When I was in elementary school, more than 4 decades ago, there was a kid older than me who approached me and said, Alexander the Great was a Muslim. That's what he said to me. I did not know who Alexander the Great was. I did not know anything about Islam. I just replied, no, he was a Christian. Well, of course, I was wrong. But I was in grade 3. Decades ago, Muslim scholars believe Zul-Qarnain is Alexander the Great. But in the past 10 years or so, they changed their mind because now all evidence point that Alexander the Great was a pagan. So Alexander the Great cannot be Zul-Qarnain because Zul-Qarnain in the Quran is a Muslim. So cannot be Alexander the Great. So regardless who Zul-Qarnain is, Zul-Qarnain nevertheless is a prophet of Islam. Now, let us go to Surah Al-Ahzab, verse 40. Quran chapter 33, verse 40. The last prophet of Islam is none other than Muhammad. Muhammad is not the father of any of your men, but the messenger of Allah, and the seal of the prophets. And Allah has full knowledge of all things. The seal of the prophets. This is what Muslims also claim. The seal of the prophets. And they include prophets in the Bible. Like I said earlier, prophets in the Bible are not actually the same as prophets in Quran. When you compare the stories from the same, well, quote unquote prophet, the stories are quite different, sometimes even very, very different, especially regarding Jesus, very different Jesus. So they cannot be the same. I only acknowledge these five people as the prophet of Islam. They are the prophets of Islam, the true prophets of Islam. And there's one more verse, actually, I want to bring this up as the last one. Surah Saf, verse 6, Quran chapter 61, verse 6. Let us take a look. And when Jesus, the son of Mary, said, O children of Israel, indeed, I am the messenger of Allah to you, confirming what came before me of the Torah and bringing good tidings of a messenger to come after me, whose name is Ahmad. But when he came to them with clear evidences, they said, this is obvious magic. I don't know what kind of evidences Jesus came with, but as you can read here, Jesus talked about Ahmad, which is very strange. Quran says, to every people Allah sent messenger who speak their language. Ahmad obviously is an Arabic name. Why would Jesus say there's someone who speak Arabic will come to the people who speak Aramaic or Hebrew at the time? This is very strange. So this cannot be true. However, if according to Islam, this is true, obviously, right? If we can just forget about, we put aside Christianity for a little bit, what the Bible talk about. If we just focus on the name, Ahmad, they say Ahmad is derived from the same root of Muhammad, means the praised one. However, if those two names are the same, how come I never heard a Muslim talk about Prophet Ahmad? They never call Prophet Muhammad Prophet Ahmad. Why? Because they're not the same. I believe the Arabs or Arabic people who are Muslims changed the meaning of Ahmad so Muhammad can fit into this verse. I believe Ahmad used to have different meaning. Anyway, that's what I believe. This is something, maybe some of you, especially if you're a Muslim, you're not going to believe me. You will say, this is your opinion, yada, 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 yada. Where's your proof, yada, 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 yada. But I ask you, Muslims, especially if you're Muslim, just stop thinking as a Muslim for a while and just think as a person in a neutral kind of thinking, not as a Muslim, just as a person. You will see, you might see, I am right. Anyway, those are, well, if Ahmad is not the same person as Muhammad, then Islam has 6 prophets. If Ahmad is the same person as Muhammad, then Islam has 5 prophets. And before I end this video, I just want to mention, actually, I do believe Surah Al-Araf and verse 65 and Surah Hud verse 61 actually talking about the same city and the same person. Maybe I can talk about the details next time. Anyway, I don't want to make the videos become too long. I think, and today is a little, it's been a long day for me. Anyway, thank you for watching and listening, and thank you for your love and support. If you're a Christian, and whether you're Muslim or Christian, whether you have 124,000 prophets or 25 prophets or 6 prophets, God bless you all. Have a nice life.